Okay. We're talking about what people don't take into consideration when they get into a relationship with people. Like, even when you get in a relationship with yourself, you get in a relationship with God, but also when you get into a relationship with people. People don't think about, okay, I love you, I care about you, I love these positive things about you and all this, but I'm not looking at all of what is being put into you being who you are. And I'll give you some characteristics of what I mean. If you get into a relationship with somebody that keep their hair cut, they keep a nice suit or a nice outfit, nice shoes, they got a nice car, they got a nice job, successful career, they smoke, they drink, whatever it is that they do, that is part of who they are. And you don't think about those characteristics. You know, you can have a woman or a man that's like, you know what, you need to stop drinking. You need to stop smoking. You need to stop working in this career field because I see so much more in you. I see so much more potential in you. You can have a woman that finds out that a man is an attorney, making great money, and that's what attracted you to him. But you're not looking at the fact that this man is a musician, this man is a director, this man is a producer. Yeah, he did get educated, and he did put himself into a position to make great money that he can make as an attorney. But this man's passion, his dream, his desire is to produce, is to direct, or to be an artist. So then you spend your time, their time, y'all time together thinking, oh, this is just a hobby. No, that's not a hobby. That's what that person really want to do for a living. And I don't care if they do art, so they're a painter. I don't care if they do hair, so they're a beautician or a barber. I don't care if they do nails and they are a nail technician. Whatever it is that they're using to put money in the bank. They can do that to put money in the bank, but that's not their passion. To you might be a social drinker or a social smoker. But this person, that's part of their way of life. They got to wake and bake or they got to pour up a shot in the morning in order to get their day started. So you coming into their world and their life saying, oh, we need to get rid of these things because you see these things as weaknesses. You see these things as holding them back and holding them down. And so you try to stop it. And then if you even have a man or a woman that's willing for you because they love you and they care about you and you consider this to be a problem, they can, with the best intentions in the world, actually try to stop doing those things. Stop doing music because you said they need to focus on their career and become a partner at this law firm. Or they need to work themselves up the ladder so they can become a judge one day. Why? Because these were the potential things that you saw in them. And that's the reason why you were interested in them. Not in what they were, not in what they were doing, or not in what they were trying to do. But then you get mad and upset and feel like you've lost time. You've wasted your time. You've wasted your life. You've wasted whatever. First of all, if you feel like you wasted anything by dealing with a person, stop. Stop for you, but also more importantly, start for them too. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. Because all that time you sitting up there thinking and feeling like, oh, I'm wasting my time. Oh, I'm wasting my young years. Oh, I still want to have kids and I'm 40 and I'm getting up there. And so, you know, you don't want to have kids yet. Okay then, don't change yourself and don't try to change nobody else to try to fit in this picture that you want to fit in. Because you're getting in their way, you're getting in your own way, you just in the way. Just straight up. Like, because you ain't gonna like this person that's been drinking since they was 12 years old. Or they've been smoking since they was 12 years old. And then all of a sudden for you, they try to stop. And then boom, boom, boom. Now they angry with you. Now they yelling and hollering and screaming at you. Now they snapping off of you. Now their work is slowing up. Or whatever it is that they're doing that was going great that attracted you to them in the first place. That's not a thing no more. Why? Because whatever that thing is, that habit, that vice that they have, is part of who they are. And it's part of what makes them who they are.
Change. You try to make a change with, it don't need a change. You just need to just with it. You can tell you can cut back, but you can't change nobody from what they've been doing for years. It's their routine. That is a part of them. So if you try to change that, you ain't doing nothing but dig yourself in a hole and get ready for your feelings to be hurt. Because you can't change nobody.
No. That song by Gay Michelle featuring Plies and a few other people. I agree with you on that. You can't raise no man. You also can't raise no woman. But you also can't change no man or no woman into what you want it to be. Now let me be clear. Because I know somebody gonna come in this one, a previous one, or even a future one, where you are gonna hear me saying, look, you gotta teach your man, you gotta teach your woman. You gotta train your man, you gotta train your woman. Because they need to know how to be able to love you, care for you, support you, and be there for you. Yes, those things are true. But there's a major difference between you teaching this person how to be with you and teaching this person about what you need in order for you to be happy and in order for you to be at your place of peace. And you completely overhauling, renovating, manufacturing, and whatever else that it is that you feel the need to do to try to change this person all the way around. There's a difference between you motivating somebody, you healing somebody, and you helping that person transform into a better them. And I know you may think it making them stop smoking, stop drinking, stop hanging out with friends, stop doing card parties, stop hanging out with the boys, stop playing video games. I know you see, okay, well, if they did stop doing that and start doing something else, then that will change them for the better, for themselves as well as for you. Oh, I get that, baby. But if it's not a mutual agreement, if it's not something that they want, if it's not something that allows them to be the person they were, as well as a better and greater version of themselves, then no, you're not going to get the results that you're looking for. You're going to just make y'all both look like fools, waste both of y'all time and energy, and get in both of your ways as well as each other's way. Because that person is going to be a shell of the person that they were when they met you. And they're not going to build up and become this beautiful portrait or this beautiful work of art that you think they're going to become. It's not going to look the way you think. Because you've stepped up, you've stepped in, and you've completely broken this person down from who they were. They haven't had no dealings in the changes. Because you also got to think about this. It's like people that go get weight loss surgery. And most people that's done it, they'll tell you, number one, it backfired on me. Number two, it made me even worse than I already was. Or number three, I just packed all that weight and some more weight right back up. Why? Because they didn't change up nothing other than just the way their body looked. They didn't change up their eating habits. They didn't change up their smoking or their drinking habits. They didn't change up their sleeping habits. They didn't change up their eating habits. They didn't change up their environment that led them to it in the first place. What if the stressful job that you work in every day makes you pound pounds? What if not getting enough sleep is what makes you pound pounds? What if eating nothing but pig and cow is what makes you pound pounds? What if not exercising and not being active and sitting at a desk all day is what made you pound pounds? And none of those things stop just because you went and got a tummy tuck, or you went and got lipo, or anything else that you went to go get. You didn't change up your mindset, you didn't change up your body chemistry, and you didn't change up your intentions that you had for your life. So all you did was get into a worse predicament than you started in. And the same thing goes for when you get into a relationship with a person. Before you get famous, before you are become well known, before you become famous but also infamous, you didn't have a light shining on you before, and you had all these flaws. But now that you still have all these flaws and you got the light shining on you, everybody looking at you, everybody want to know what you got to say, everybody want to know what you think and what you believe, everybody want to know the pressure is on. That just make a bad situation into a worse situation. And then you wonder, like, oh, wow, we saw all these famous people. It's a lot of beautiful, famous couples that I fell in love with when I was a kid that gave me even more hope than I already did when I was growing up, that one day I was going to be in a happy, healthy relationship. Why? Because I believed that what I saw in front of me was a happy, healthy relationship. Because that's what I saw when the cameras came on. Then I pop up, life goes on. I don't follow these people. And then I see in a magazine or on TV where they saying, oh, well, these people, those people, just like, I give you an example. It was this couple called the Nellies. Or Neelys. Neelys, not Nellies. It was the Neelys. And it was a beautiful black African-American couple. And they was just so, I would just say what it is. Those people exuded sex. Like, you just knew that man was beating it out the frame every night. That woman was giving him something to holler for his mama. Like, you just knew because of how they were, how they was all over each other. And they was in the kitchen cooking. It was a normal Food Network TV show from back in the day. And you just knew, like, these people was like so happy and so in love. They got their children, their family, all of that. Beautiful family. Like I said, not Raunchy. We ain't saying not HGTV. We ain't saying MTV. We ain't saying, rap. I ain't saying they didn't listen to it. But the way they acted, you would have thought they were a down-home Christian couple with strong Christian values. They was just not hiding their love. Like a lot of people seem to think that just because you're Christian, you ain't supposed to be in love with your partner. Y'all ain't supposed to be gaga all over each other. Y'all ain't supposed to be dropping it like it's hot in the kitchen while you getting rolls out the oven. They don't expect that from a Christian couple for some odd reason. But in the magazine, she went on to say, we've now divorced, boom, boom, boom. Everything that everybody saw on TV, that wasn't real. But it would be some days where we at each other's throat before the TV show started to record. And after, it's like I was in my room, he was in his room when we were done recording. Y'all getting all this lovey-gushy, lovey stuff, and not saying it won't ever a thing, but maybe the middle down to the end of the thing, it won't like that no more. Like, we just kept it going like that for y'all because y'all love that, because y'all want that, because that's what is making sales happen. That's why y'all are coming in and looking at us on TV every day, because that's what y'all came to expect from us. And in reality, whatever problems that they had before, during, and after the show, because it's not on anymore. I've seen him. He's still cooking or whatever. I don't think I've seen her. I just seen her in that magazine. But my point is, the light will shine on the room full of darkness. What are these people doing? The light will shine on the room full of darkness. And then once it does that or whatever, it exposes all the cracks in the foundation. And all the cracks that was in the foundation just get bigger. It's like a windshield when you get a crack in the windshield. If you don't hurry up and get that thing fixed, it's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Until you have no more windshield. Until it's almost like one good wind is going to bust it wide open. And that's what happens to a relationship when the light shines bright on you. You become famous. You become infamous. Because it stops being about y'all and it starts being about what do the people want? What do the people like? And what made me decide to want to do this in the first place is because I was literally saying this on the way to work. Like, you know what? I already know what it's like to be famous. Over different industries, if I put the right pictures out, my old pictures, my new pictures, whatever, it's nothing for me to be well known to people for different things. My mate is just getting out here, and we're getting out here. And I was literally saying, before we hit a certain level, I want to make sure our foundation is super strong. Like it already is, but I want that junk so super strong that not even a pebble hitting our windshield is going to shape what we got going on. Because I want to make sure and I want to know that it's not about the cameras. It's not about making the people happy or giving the people what they want or what they... Oh, I'm on the wrong side. It's not about making the people happy and giving the people what they want. It's about us still having exactly what we want. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, y'all heard him. He just said yeah. Not fake, just real. I don't want fool's gold. I just want 14K. Because I miss the Nellies. I know that might sound crazy. I don't know if they'll ever come across this or not, but I do. I miss the Nellies. I miss that love, that care, and that bubbliness that was all over them. That glow that was all over them. Both the fake and the real, but I want the fake that have been real and for it to stay that way. So stop trying to get with people and change them. If in the first date you feel the need to start saying, oh yeah, we gonna take care of that, like, yeah, I'm gonna change that, oh, he gonna get over that, or she gonna stop that, or she gonna grow out of that. No, they not. And if they do, you don't want them, because the person they gonna end up being when they do is not gonna be the one you want to be with. So if they already not what you want, leave them alone. Take your leave. This too shall pass. Allow this to go ahead on and pass. I love y'all. God bless you. And I hope y'all have an amazing day. You heard me? Peace.